A new era of Battlefield finally upon us, and I couldn't be more excited. But I have a single question, a strange question maybe. What if you could play squad inside of Battlefield?
All squads, sector defense now.
For a long time, this was not possible. We had to choose. Do we play the big fast game or do we play the slow tactical game? There was no game that could mix those styles of gameplay together until now. And that's about to change. Battlefield 6 has a newly redesigned tool called Portal Mode. Portal Mode is like a big box of Legos. The developers give us all the pieces from the game and we can build our own game modes, our own rules, and our own custom matches and servers. And I believe we can use this tool to build something that feels very, very close to Squad, a place for our style of play, a new home for squad enthusiasts. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can you possibly play a milsim game in a fast-paced, arcade-style military game? Well, hear me out on this one. We all know that Battlefield lets you rent a server to make your own games, rules, and maps, just like in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 2042. And yes, you guessed it, I am going to rent a server for us, for a community of players who love milsim. On this server, we will use Portal Mode to create the perfect game, the perfect balance between Battlefield and Squad. And here is how we are going to do it. With Portal Mode, we can change many things. We can change the vehicles, we can make the tanks move slower, just like in real life. We can even slow down their rate of fire, so every shot feels important. We will also change how soldiers move and feel. We will make player movements slow and heavy. No more crazy running and jumping. We can even disable the slide cancel because nobody wants that. The guns will also be changed. We will make them harder to handle with more recoil. We will also adjust the bullet velocity and the time to kill, so every bullet matters. We will try to match the feeling of a normal squad game as much as we can, but not similar to the ICO update, because that one sucked.
Alpha is under attack.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but Battlefield went all out with their voice chat. They added every variety they possibly could. There's a global team chat, which would be a disaster since you can hear 64 players talking at the same time. That would be a terrible thing to hear. Or squad chat. And here's where it gets interesting. In the voice chat position menu, there are options on how you want to hear other squad mates or teammates inside the game. The flat option is similar to a squad radio. Directional is like the local squad voice chat. And in-world is a newly added method of hearing voice chat. If your squad mates are inside a building, you can hear their voices muffled, echoed, or with reverb depending on the environment they are in. And this sounds very interesting and can make for funny moments, like hearing your teammates' reverb screams while a building falls down on their heads. I'm excited for this one.
Bravo has been secured. Move to attack the marked objective.
And what about the map? The capture points can be adjusted to be mobile. No more static flags. The objective will move, and we must move with it. This will make every match a new challenge, just like in the invasion game mode. Or we can make the capture point static and the spawn points only available on the squad leader's radio. This would be an interesting way of planning attacks, but I'm not sure how this would work. Maybe it would throttle the attacking team. Anyway, we will get to test these as soon as the game comes out. And just like in Squad, if the enemy finds your squad's radio, they can destroy it, and in that way, the squad leader has a responsibility to communicate with their squad about where to drop the radio for them to spawn.
Location!
We need to rally defense on the marked objective.
As for squad size, I don't know if we can adjust this yet because I haven't seen any info about squad sizes in Portal where you can adjust the numbers. But for 64 vs 64 massive battles, I think it's fair to set 8 players for every squad with limited roles, as I mentioned earlier. By the way, we will be tweaking some of these settings during the making of the servers and testing them out with our community. We will also have the new destructible environment. We can break walls and buildings. Imagine the feeling of a firefight with this. It will be so much more realistic. With tanks hammering down the point you're defending, you have no choice other than asking your engineer to go take it out. Although I haven't seen any fortification mechanics implemented in BF6 like in Battlefield 5, I'm pretty sure since they will allow us to tweak anything from even older titles, we might have a chance at using fortifications as well. And the thing I love about Battlefield 6 is that it has console support. This means we will get a lot more players, access to millions of Xbox and PlayStation players, which I'm pretty sure some of you who have an Xbox or PlayStation never got the chance to try Squad and were waiting for it to be released on console. Now you might have a chance at something similar with custom servers and bigger communities, more people to join our custom Battlefield Milsim experiences. And the best part about it is that you can rank up like you're playing the normal game modes, unlike older Battlefield titles where portal or custom matches were not ranked. Also, there's a scoreboard for players to see who had a good KD or good stats, so you can see if you want them to join your squad or not. I really love this addition to gaming. Not like Squad, just playing endlessly for hours without even remotely knowing any stats about your combat record. And this is what I love about Portal mode. We are not limited to just making milsim games, we can do anything. If you saw the trailer, it showed some interesting and creative stuff. For example, one part showed a game that looked a lot like Only Up, where you have to climb a huge obstacle course. With the tools in Portal, we could make our own version of that in Battlefield. We could be running and climbing all over the map, avoiding explosions, and trying to be the last one to the top. Another thing they showed was a game that looked a lot like Fall Guys. There were all these obstacles coming down, and you had to dodge them. This shows we can make a milsim server one day and then switch to something completely different the next day. So for our community, it's not just about the serious military stuff. We can have a server for hardcore games, but we can also have a separate server just for fun, custom games. We can just mess around and have a good laugh together. It's great that they are giving us this much freedom.
Large objective under threat. Let's defend the position. We've wiped over half of their forces.
So if you like Squad and you are maybe looking for something new, follow me. Let's try Battlefield 6 Portal together. I will be making these custom matches. I will show you and guide you on how to join this server. I have already done this before in older titles. What we can do for now is wait for the release date and also try out the free beta, which will be open to everyone on August 9th in almost 5 days. So what do you think? Are you ready to try it? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video and want me to make more of these, like and subscribe so it tells me and YouTube that you guys want more of Battlefield 6 and this custom server idea. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, peace.